Hey, how you doing? You know the vibes. So, uh, today I'm just gonna jump right into it. So I've been doing this astrology thing. So today we're gonna talk about the the noisy neighbors. That's what I'm calling this series, the noisy neighbors. And basically, when you're dealing with two planets, well, not two planets, two energies. When you're dealing with two energies, the planets they share a planet, and then they have a influencing planet. So to right now, I'm doing the Aries Scorpio noisy neighbors. So Aries is the masculine energy, and when I say masculine, it's really just uh, extroverted Mars. So uh, Aries can be loud, aggressive, kind of belligerent, uh, leap before they look type energy, and can be passion. They're passionate. They're passion. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They wear their wants, their heart, their desires, everything on their sleeve. So with an Aries, you can kind of see them coming from a mile away. And then you got the neighbor sign, which is Scorpio. Scorpio and Scorpio has that. They say it's represented by Pluto, but Mars was the original ruler, and when Pluto was discovered, Pluto was just the co-ruler. So, because Pluto gives it that dark side of that the Mars that hidden, and it's not really dark like evil. It can play out as being evil, but it's not really like evil. It's just more so. It's just more so they hide their intention. They because they want to make sure that they get to it. Aries might push to that limit or keep going, but the Aries might not know if they're gonna actually be able to pull it off. But they just go do it. So it's a cardinal force going forward. So when Aries energy crashes, it crashes. It does everything hard. It loves hard, crash hard, because they show all their passion up front. So when it crashes, they gotta recharge, recoup, and it's things that they probably did in a situation that they necessarily did not have to do, but since they wanted to burn all that energy off so quickly and just go do everything fast and quick, and it's not to say like go through it fast, like they don't care about it, but they just want to get to the goal. So that's where the masculine side of Mars can have that tunnel vision to it. Whereas the Scorpio side of Mars also wants to hit that goal and hit it, and has that as much passion as that, but they like to take their time and be strategic with it and hide it, because when you just going, even though your intent, like even though the Aries intent could be for it to just hit a goal and not step on anybody's toes or step on anybody's shoes, you naturally, you like, if you don't pay attention to your surroundings, that's like by default something that you're gonna do because you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. So by default, even if that's not the intent of of the Aries energy to do, by default it does that. And Scorpio energy, like I said, wants to hit the same goals. So Scorpio and the Aries can have the same ambitions and the same goals and the same targets to hit and the same lifestyles they want to live, but they just gonna go about it in two different ways. A Scorpio will sit back and wait to see what happens and wait to see who moves here and who does this, so then they can learn from this, learn from this, learn from this, and they can get to the goal without having to go through the same frustrations that the Aries energy had to go through to get to the goal. So the Aries energy might, it's funny because like the Aries energy might go through a situation where they'll be trying to hit the goal and hit what they got to do, and in the back of their head, because I have this moon, I got an Aries moon, so in the back of their head it could be like, oh, okay, well, once I hit this, I'm gonna make sure I hit enough to give to this person and get to this person and get to this person. And an Aries will go forward thinking that everybody got their back, But when they turn around, because of how they rub people the wrong way, like everybody don't have that same. I don't want to say drive because people do got the same drive. Let's just say they don't have that same mode. They don't have that mode. They don't have go mode. Like, because Aries is four cardinal signs. It's Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra. And Aries is the most cardinal of that situation because it's the start of the zodiac too. So not only is it cardinal, it's also the head. So you could be Aries could have a bunch of ideas, but if you don't ground it and you don't give it that time to develop, you will have a hard time getting there. You'll just be like a floating head with a shit ton of ideas, but no ground, no footing for the ideas, no footing for it to stand on. Whereas a Scorpio, like, I don't want to, like, it's not like no diss, because it's probably Scorpios that got tons of ideas, but a Scorpio might not come up with that initiation of the idea, but a Scorpio will know how to ground the idea. A Scorpio will know how to, because the opposite energy to Scorpio is Taurus. A Scorpio know how to pull that grounding energy and stay put with it. And the Aries opposition is Libra. So that's where the Aries is like, even though they in go mode, because it's mimicking how their mind works. So it mimics how the mind works. So their mind is all constantly, Libra is cardinal air, so it's constantly thinking of ideas. So where these two, it's like they could be on the same street. Where these two neighbors they in the same neighborhood in the sense of aggression, passion, ambition, but where the neighbors could learn from one another. Like your neighbor could learn from one another by, like, an Aries learning to, when you take one idea, ground that and put some emotional energy into that idea and be emotionally conscious of the whole street, because Scorpio is water. Water is aware of the current, aware of the flow, aware of the Scorpios are damn near psychic, but not really. Like they damn near psychic, but they can tap into that psychic energy for manipulation because it's still Martian. But if Aries could learn that emotional, to that undercurrent, because like I said, Aries is so in the mind. If you can learn that undercurrent wave, you will realize your timing. Just because you want to do something right then and there, that don't mean that the other person want to do it. That don't mean that the vibe is set up for you to push that in there. That don't mean that that it's the right time to do that. It's the right time to strike. The Aries just want to go in guns blazing, and the Scorpio will know how to sit back and pinpoint. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. But a Scorpio know how to keep it hidden. So that's something that Aries could definitely learn from their neighbor, is to use that emotional energy that you do possess it. Because even though you don't use it, you all the signs possess what the neighbor has. They just don't want to use it because of, in my personal opinion, because everybody want their way to be the best way. Like if anybody ever studied like martial arts or fucking boxing, or for the girls, women cheerleading, or but basically anything that was like typical, but like anything that causes you to have to learn another style from something else. Like, your way might be good in this area, but it might not be good for this area, in this area, in this area, in this area. So I think everybody and all the energies could learn that. Like just because it worked today, you might have to tweak it a little bit so it worked another. You might have to make adjustments. You might have to make some adjustments. And that's the adjustment. Like I said, that's the adjustment that Aries could learn from Scorpio. Not so much the you don't have to change your ambition, because like I said, they're both ambitious, but don't show everybody your hand, because then once people know your hand, they know what you're about. They see you coming from a mile